I was watching Paddy's golf tips the other day. I saw Pete Cowan on there, so I thought I'd check it out and see what they were talking about. And Paddy mentioned something really important. It's quite overlooked really, and don't really talk about it too much these days. So a lot of talk has been on the body, and trying to get open and using your body and all that type of thing. And then Paddy talked about how your hips will always clear no matter what. All right, no matter how much you're trying to get them to clear, which you shouldn't, they will always clear. And he did a specific drill which was going to help you do that, help you get some speed in your hands and arms, because you think about it, they provide a lot of speed, right? If you look at boxing, for example, you're not just hitting with the body, right? If I stand there and I've just moved my body, okay, what are my arms doing? Nothing. Okay, they're still there, aren't they? So you have to move your hands, arms, and use your shoulders if you really want to get some speed. And in the first part of the downswing, the transition, moving them first is the key to getting the club on plane, right? You want to get the club down on plane. Look at how far my hands and the club are in the backswing in relation to how far my body's moved, right? My body's only kind of turned 45 with the hips, maybe 90 with the shoulders there, but the club's traveled a huge amount into the backswing there. So what I have to do on the way down is I have to actually get my hands and arms down quickly to try and sync back up with my hips and shoulder turn there. If I get to the top and try and fire the body first as quick as I can, everything just gets out of sync, right? You're going to come over the top or get trapped inside. And this drill says it all, because you're going to go on a range and try this drill out, and you can hit the ball just as far doing this drill as you are with your regular stance. And all you're going to do is you're going to put your feet together. So what this is kind of doing, it's kind of restricting my body motion, right? So number one, what it's great for is you can't sway, because you're going to fall over, you're going to fall back, or whichever way. Number two, you can't come over the top. You can, but if you come over the top, what's going to happen? You're going to fall forwards. So the key with your feet together is to stand there with your feet planted, swing as fast as you can. Over time, maybe start easy and then build it up. Swing as fast as you can, but maintaining that balance. So it looks something like this. So I'll literally just start feet together, take my stance, and then just make a nice smooth swing, and I'll put that to the ball. Feel the weight of the club head, and then hit it. Do that again. Feel the weight of the club head, and then give it a rip. So I can feel speed from my hands and arms, right? It's like I'm trying to almost punch down at the golf ball, right? I'm not just going to do it with my body, but I'm actually going to use my shoulders, my arm, my hands, and get that punch down there. So I'm not even thinking about my body, just keeping relaxed, feeling the weight of the club head, and then just swinging it. And then you can speed it up once you're comfortable with it. You go a little bit quicker. See, that was ripped, but I literally felt from the top that I wasn't really using that body there, but more getting the hands down really, really quickly. When you first try to drill, probably just put it on a short tee to begin with, but really get that sense and feeling of the hands and arms doing all of the work, not the body. And here's one more checkpoint for you, and this is really important. If we want maximum speed, we've got to get the elbows folding properly. So your elbows need to be in the right position to be able to transfer that energy down from your body, hands, arms, and into the golf club. Some of you will chicken wing. Okay, this is a big problem. That can be on the backswing. You could chicken wing. Most cases it's on the way through. This cuts off all your power into the club head, and it opens the face. It's one of the biggest reasons why most golfers slice the ball. So have to get rid of these chicken wings. We've got to get the elbows in the right position. So combining what I'm going to talk about now with the feet together drill, you're going to get so much speed out of it, and much better strike as well. And if you're striking it in the middle of the face, I've always said this, you can hit it further. Think of it like a trampoline. Jump in the middle, you're going to bounce higher. Okay, if you're coming off the toe, the heel, the bottom, okay, it starts to twist the face around and you're not going to hit it as far. So how are you going to maximize this feet together drill? It's all about the elbows. So when we go back, what I want you to focus on, when you get to the top, stop. Okay, look at this right elbow. You want it pointing down to the floor and you want it close to your left elbow. So what we don't want is any separation here. This is really bad. Okay, keep it tight, keep it close, and then as you swing through into the finish, we want the same. We want a mirror image finish. We want to be doing the same coming through as we are going back. So now it's the left elbow down, right elbow close to the left elbow. That's where I want to be. If you're coming through like this, you're in trouble. You got that open face, you're chicken winging, you're not hitting it very far, you're not striking it very well. Tuck it all in. Use the head cover. Tuck it under your right arm if you've got problems going back. So we're just trying to keep that head cover in under the right arm as I go back there. Solid. Keep it in on the way through as well. Yeah, don't let it fall out. If you've got problems with the left arm, chicken winging, tuck it under there. Keep it in there. Okay, keep it tight. Feel that bicep pressing against your chest. Feet together. Tuck it in. Stop on the way through. What we're looking for. Okay. Left elbow to the floor. Elbows close together. None of this. Okay. You'd probably continue playing with your feet together because you're going to hit it that well after doing this drill and after checking the elbow position. But then you can gradually work your feet a bit further apart. But honestly, trust me, you're going to strike it so much better. Because when you look at the tour players, they're doing a couple of things very similarly. Even though they swing different, they all do a few things exactly the same. Look at every tour player, they stay centered. So when they swing, they really are perfectly centered. When you video yourself, you're not. Okay, you're over here. So number one, going back to twirling this ball around, if I want to get some speed in this ball, which is essentially the club head, right, I need to twirl it around and stay centered. If I'm not centered, swaying, now there's no speed in this ball. There'll be no speed in the club head. There'll be no tension through the GForce shaft. You're never going to hit the ball properly with it. So number one, you got to stay centered. That's the key. Get a club on your shoulders, get a club on the floor here, and then when you turn, you want to turn and when you're looking down, try and see the grip end of the club is right on top of this line here. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be over here. Get it on top. So having your feet together really kind of shows you if you're doing that properly or not, because if you move off or sway off, you're going to lose your balance, aren't you? So it's really going to help with that centeredness. And number two, you know, when these tour players are coming down and through into the finish, that left elbow there is kind of pointing downwards to the floor, kind of folds up like that. And that's really how your body is designed to move. So that club head can then freewheel into the finish, which is what you want. If that comes away, then you're stuck here like that, then you might as well be playing cricket. Okay, so feet together, okay, elbows, work on that. Just hit loads and loads of shots like that. Pick up the GForce, use that as well. That's really going to help you kind of get the rhythm, tempo, timing of it right as well. Thanks for watching.